Hello buddy, welcome back to another episode of Just I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we spent an entire episode just doing the job quests. And in this episode we're gonna go and continue with all of that stuff. Because there's a surprising amount of stuff happening in these job quests lately. Let's be about our task, Lynn. Pray inform the steerman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. Let me go and get my carbuncle out. You're with the folks at the Melvian Gate. I know there'll be trouble. What? Well... Your vagrant boys are dying. Quite rapidly. I should move some topaz over there. Let's see. Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you get out of yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down here at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next though. And off he goes. What the fuck? Over the rails. Deftly handled, Lynn. Once again, I'm reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we will be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Ershtotha, if you would take the rudder, the morning star awaits. Since their welcoming party at the pier failed to deter us, I expect with a probability of 85% that our arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem Hardhead. The aim of our opponents is to buy time, so that suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will bowl our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes more possible. Shall we begin? Yes, point. I'm Foreseer Clea. Foreseer, yes. By the authority of Melvian's Gate, or Melvan's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well, now, your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old doors are rusted up, you see. Bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day, after we fix the hinges. I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering a port of Limsa is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection. The law, is it? Lads, I reckon it's time our guests had themselves a little accident. Pitch him over the side. Like, ready to taste the power of my book? There we go. Topaz Carbuncle's time to shine. Technically, yes. But also, no. Well, I will summon that. But it doesn't work the way that they want me to make it work. Nice. Topaz Carbuncle used to be like a tank summon, basically. Also used to be the most useless summon, if I remember. Now, I don't think about it, it could probably use a physic. Because he's kind of getting his butt kicked. Wow, wrecked. Fucking kicked his ass. You bloody useless frags. Let me going grommet, what? Well, whatever. I can attack whichever one, really. Morning calm and evening calm. I only just noticed. These two people. Nice. And down it goes. And we win. A masterful display then. Now. Cannot speak for the life of me. Now we can finally gain access to their cargo. Ugh. What over here then? It's one of the bitch admiral's lapdogs scampering about my ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where it ain't invited. Where it ain't invited. No, it can't be. Huh. Recognized me pretty face, did you? But you were caught, exiled. Forseer, are you hurt? Can you stand? Stay back. You stay away from me. Forseer, please, calm down. What are your orders? I've had enough of your whimpering. And I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from them. Like this time you got a different kind of lesson. Clea, Nofika Preserver, she's fainted. We must withdraw. That was the man. That was the man. Then quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the Forseer. Aye. Just link on back to your mistress, you worthless curs. We'll take care of Clea. You'd best return to the Arcanist Guild and report to Mr. Sturbergain. I guess we will. Blah 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 blah. Ah yes, Limbs on the Menza, the one time which is the most difficult to spawn. It is good to see you well, then. Gasfrin sent word ahead of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infamous Black Heart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Desmaga? He was exiled from Rimsalaminsa some years ago, but it appears he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. And once more he dares lay a hand on Foreseer Clea. The poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known Desmaga was aboard the ship, I never would have assigned her to that duty. The assessor may require some time to recover. For Clea, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there's little we can do to salve the hurt to her mind. You are concerned, angry mayhap. Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. Right, so there's a cowl, which I hate. And thus I will not grab it. Because it's also probably inferior to what I have. Whoa! Let's go and equip this Heart Letter Grimoire. And that is the best gear I can have. Yeah, switch back over to my rogue. And then, my friends, after that, it's gonna be time for the dungeons. Flippin' dungeons. For a wee lass, that middle has got some bollocks. Seems she's done well without what whiffs of pirate stock. And it seems she's well done with odd what whiffs a pirate stock. There we go. I don't take kindly to Cole's pulling my strings, but the sure is right. The code's been broken and we have a job to do. From the sound of it though, them coves know what they were about when they cloyed themselves. Them treasures, my god, I'll need you at your best. It's time you learned the art of mugging. Rough up a Cole in just the right way, and you'll give up more than what you'd get if you just plain knocked him on his ass. His arse. Me and the lads will be busy whittling the story on them bitten baubles, so you're free to head out and sharpen your skills. Might even be as you'll pocket some extra blunt while you're at it, eh? Words. So we get some brass knives and we get ourselves Mug, which is a skill that drastically changed in the last patch. Alright, we get Mug. Alright. Let me go and equip my brass knives. Not the brass blades, the brass knives. So, Mug delivers an attack with a potency of 150. Increases target's damage taken by 5% for 20 whole seconds. Increases the chance of additional items being dropped by target if Mug is dealt before or as the finishing blow. So yes, by using this skill, we can then... what did I have on 4? Did I have anything on 4? I think it might have been just been Mug that I had on 4. I guess we'll see. I might change it later on. Anyway, with this we can just basically give the enemy or the boss that we're fighting at the moment just like 5% extra damage taken by every source, so everybody just does more damage. And this used to be a little bit different, but I'll explain that stuff once we get the skill that used to do this. Basically, a bit like this, but also a lot better than this. Alright. So, I think I'll go and start queuing up then. Which one is at the lower level of the two of these? That would be Rogue. Okay. Let's go and level up. Or like do leveling with that. So while we're waiting for this, let's also go and do some more hunting log. Only a little bit though, because there's not that much left. Let's go to Upper Lanoche and defeat the enemies that we need to defeat around here. I think I'll go and... well, the thing is I don't remember where these enemies are though. So in the Oakwood, and they're both in the Oakwood. This enemy that's on the bottom of this list is also in the Oakwood. It's the same enemy. Okay, so the Oakwood. My favorite place to go to. Because it's on the other side of this place and has nothing. Or it has 0 Aetherytes over here, so... you either have to fly over, or you just go over here and pay some gil to get your butt to the other side. Also, I've been losing money like crazy, probably because of the amount of teleporting I've been doing. Oh well. I should be fine, I think. What in God's name? Okay. For a moment I couldn't really see what it was, so that was very confusing. Let me go use Mud. There we go. It also increases the amount of, like, it gives you an increased chance of getting an extra item when you kill an enemy. So you can technically use it to get more items if you are grinding. But honestly, not really what I do. Also, this is not supposed to be in 4. This is supposed to be in 5. I just remember the skill that's on 4. What's even on R? Okay, I also remember what... Slowly but surely, my friends, I'm remembering everything. The thing is, like, I can play these jobs. Like, if I switch in my main character to, like, any of the jobs, I can play all of them. But having to, like, remember which button I used to do certain skills is kind of difficult. I've made a lot of mistakes like that in this particular playthrough. Keep missing. I wonder why. May have something to do with the fact that I'm under-leveled. The enemies are 4 levels higher than me. In Xenoblade Chronicles knowledge, that would be like on the edge of becoming ridiculously difficult to fight. Alright, one more of these. And then I can go and switch over to my Arcanist. My Yarcanist. There we go. As we level up again, reach level 17, which is not... doesn't give me anything. Right. Let's go and do this. Get one of these going. And in general, just do a lot of damage. Obliterate the bugger. Make it so that it doesn't stand a chance. Be like a black mage. Although the black mage is not particularly the best when it comes to, like, you have to overwhelm the enemy with your power, and it's like, wait, but I have to cast for like fucking 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes is a little bit too much, but you know what I mean. The fact that they kind of promoted as being like, oh, you can overwhelm the enemy with raw power, and it's like, yes, if you can even finish a cast. That's, and that right there is everything in the hunting log I can do. Ooh, swift cast, nice. Yeah, I'd love to see that one. Anything about gear? Oh yeah, Dawn wrist thingies. Dawn wrist thingies. Yes. I don't think I'm high enough level to do some of the side quests in Ul'dah at this point, which is not particularly an issue. I can just do them with another job. I guess I'll just be monk for that then. Sure. I also changed this gear to look like this again because I like it. Okay. So there was this thing over here. Yes, the Forgotten Springs. Ah yes, time for me to spend even more money on teleporting around. Flying around at the speed of sound. So, does anybody remember what we were doing with this? I think... Didn't I, like, save your person? Well done and thank you, adventure, but I'm afraid someone may have wrecked our efforts. That double-dyed fool Ukuba saw fit to give her another of his lectures as soon as she rode back in. God, the man is such a fool. He's scolding always... his scolding ways have cost us more novices than the desert and the beastmen combined. Ukuba has little love for anyone but himself. I do remember all of these, like the feud between these two, with being like wanting to be the leader after this boy over here. So it's you, been working together with Utika in his schemes. I've heard. I suppose I can hardly expect an adventure to be loyal, but I can expect you to stay out of U-Tribe affairs, especially when they concern the training of our younger rangers. The fact that Ukazuna has been not but a disgrace to us is no excuse for your interference. No matter what Utika might believe, for the nonce, I've dispatched her to the Minotaur Mom, where she might reflect on her many flaws in solitude. But that will accomplish nothing by itself. This problem must be fixed at the source. Utika's foolish methods. There we go. Since you've gotten so close to the man, Mayhap you'd be so kind as to tell him to refrain from corrupting other impressionable novices. What is this? Nothing. What is this? Oh, I have to talk to him. What's all this? Okuba expects me to stay away from teaching our young ones? His foolish notions truly know no bounds. A true instructor does more than simply criticize his students when they fail. I continue to worry about how Ukazuna fares, following the repeated rebukes she has received from that onion-eyed troll. Who knows what damage she's wrought. Please, adventure, seek her out so that we might determine her mental state. Whoopsie. I'm running into a wall. Well, into a door, precise. It's good to see you again. What's that? You're wondering how I'm doing? I'm fine. Don't worry yourself on my account. I have everything I need. Mostly. There's one thing you could do for me. I need 3 anglers, alive but enfeebled. I believe that when sufficiently weakened, they can be caught with simple sacks. Would you do me this favor? I will, after I'm done with this. Okay. I have returned after doing a single dungeon. And I leveled up quite a lot from that. And I also got myself the plunder's knives. So there we go. Nice. I also got some skills. My god, that took a moment. I got Feint, which lowers physical damage dealt by 10% and magic damage dealt by 5%. And then we got Trick Attack. So, I think, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think that Trick Attack used to be that for 20 seconds it would be maybe 15% extra damage from every source. However, Trick Attack has changed to the point that it only increases the damage that you deal by 10%, not the rest. Also, when you execute it from the target's rear, you do increased potency, but you can only use it when you are hidden, which you can't do when you're in combat. There's gonna be a skill or a thing later on that you unlock, which allows you to use Trick Attack in the middle of battle, but once again, that is for later on. I did, however, unlock the next quest, which I think I'm going to do first, and then I'll queue up again with my Arcanist. I'll start leveling that one up. Or maybe I won't. You know what, I think I'll just go and stop my recording session for now. I will be back later. Well, I will be back in a moment, basically, for you guys, but whatever. Alright, fast forward to a day later. And now we're back. Let's go and do the next rogue job quest. Yeah, I suddenly got asked to do something, and then when I got back I was like, nah, fuck it. Enough recording for one day. Let's... Hello. Hello, friend! And practice on your dance steps, then. Because we're ready, we're about ready to run rings around Captain Milala and her swords. Yellow Jack has been pestering their investigation into the treasures, what was cloyed from that maelstrom tub. But, as you know, we've got our own network of codes. What don't miss not of the coins, not of the goings on about town. You are really annoying to read. As for the sharp end of the job, it'll be you, me, Underfoot, and the Stray. Let's get down to business, eh? For Cap's late to the feast, so we'll just have to make sure we're all on the same page for the now. When I get down to it, we have 2 goals from for this job: bite back them three treasures, and mill the coast who cloyed them in the first place. You can be sure that Yellow Jacket shrew will be doing her damnedest to beat us to the marks, and seeing as the fate of the guild's at stake, we'd best not drag our Jew beaters on this one. I say we drabble them baubles of forces even lifted anchor, and give her a proper reason to rage against us rogues. Seem awful keen on this contest all of a sudden, Jack. Aye, well, here's the thing. It sent me a grievance to the Thalassocracy. Thalassocracy. That's a word. Regarding the shoes challenge, but them paper shufflers don't care with as long as one of us gets the job done. So I figured I'd sail with the wind rather than against it. Besides, we wouldn't want to shirk our duties and force poor Captain Millala to blunder about in the scary darkness now, would we? A very gentlemanly of you. Well, them's of course what we've been dealt, ain't they? Now stow your quip and let's hear what you've learned about them bloody treasures already. Aye, the treasures. According to the manifest of that Maelstrom vessel, we're looking to buy back the Cerulean Star, the Silver Sorrows, and something called the Black Sarcophagus. Aside from the fancy names, I was able to whittle a few three more details. Cerulean Star, for starters, is a big old blue diamond which shines like, well, like a star, I suppose. Then we've got the Silver Sorrows, a pair of earrings what once granted the wattles of a Sultana of Ulda. There's a tale there, but one that I don't concern us. One what don't concern us at the present. Lastly, this Black Sarcophagus thing. I'm afraid that one. I'm afraid that one remained a mystery, no matter how much I poked and prodded. In any case, all three of them trinkets was recorded as supposed from official privateering rates. Now, as you know, a pirate will usually sell his plunder through a reliable fence. Sometimes, though, holding an auction is the only way to offload goods, what is too extravagant or just too bleeding rare for the average skull to deal in. Our three wondrous treasures fell into the auction-only category. When the bidding began in Airport, the Thalassocracy weighed in with its ample purse, made some unmatchable offers, then organized a tub for the merchandise to be shipped back to Lindsay. And that's when our marks swooped in and picked our transport clean. I had a few wits with them Maelstrom sailors that survived the attack, and they pointed the finger at the grinning curs. Problem is, not one cull seen in the hide nor hair of the curs, not to mention their bloody ship since the raid. I'm sorry, Jack, but you want to hear this. Some of the cargo what was cloyed from that transport were just found during a routine inspection at the Lathagran checkpoint. Lathagran? Have the curse made landfall then? And what are the treasures? Any mention of them? Not that I've heard, but the jackets ain't done shaking out all the boxes yet. These words, help, send help. Then we better get ice out there, quick like, Lynn. Underfoot, you're fresh for a run, ain't ya? Come on, lads, I'll race you out to the checkpoint. Time to teleport and then fly there. Very inconspicuous, isn't it? The silence. After a after a pretty hectic morning, slash, well, I guess it's just morning in general. Pretty hectic morning. That was some crazy stuff today. Right. Berimu Harimu. I won a race. You owe me a pint, Lynn. Japes aside, though. It looks like the Kep was right about the cargo. From what I've been able to catch from them swats at the gate, it seems a peddler was boned for carrying goods what was known to be aboard that transport. They carted the poor sod away in chains, but the cargo itself is still here. I saw a pair of jackets carrying boxes up that wooden ramp. We need to know what's in them crates. I get the feeling they won't open their gans for the asking, though. Not while this fool's challenge is going on. You think you could skulk over there and see if they found them treasures yet? Right. Time to listen to the Jello Jackets. 2 Jello Jackets. We're inspecting the seized cargo, approaching while cloaked with your hide ability. Yeah. This is all junk. Wait, who is? Who? Well, I have no idea. It's Yellow Jacket and Yellow Jacket. It's all junk. No diamond, no earrings, and no bloody black sarcophagus. Looks like we'll have to lean hard on that skinny peddler if we're to find them treasures. Sergeant says that the merchant's still pleading ignorance. Claims he was hired to carry the goods to the checkpoint and not else. What a pile of bugle shite. Guessing that the pirates have split the cargo and are trying their luck at every checkpoint. Captain Millard has already given orders to double the guard and inspect every cart and wagon when it comes through. Right, see ya. Assassino. So they find not a value, eh? Penny. Thought we'd lost the contest before we even properly started. But be that as it may, something don't add up here. Why would you order a colt to carry the goods through the checkpoint? No smuggler is that theft, surely. And even if by some miracle of the gods you squirm through ffXIV without raising a fuss, why would you risk taking merchandise back to the city where you cloyed it from? No, there's a bigger picture here, and we need to take a step back to see it. Assuming the Curse hired this peddler to do their dirty work, there will be someone in the shadows as broker to deal. And I just happen to know a cove, what makes it his business to oversee these kinds of shady arrangements. The thing is, this black marketeer bloke changes his haunts depending on how the breeze blows. Quite literally, in fact. I seem to recall the navigator's veil being shifted by a westernly this morning, so that'll put him... at Tiller's Rest. Nice and close. Why don't you go ask him a few questions before we head back to the guild? Apparently I will. My money. My money. Oh, I can actually click on... Oh, wow. Hey, 1,000 and... I don't even know how many hours at this point, but a lot of hours, and I never knew that I could click this to just open this instead of having to go through this and then do currency. Yeah, this is much better. Or you can just do Control-C. That also works. Hello. I pride myself on my memory for faces, but yours is unknown to me. Are you an earnest customer or an inquisitive annoyance? I must be sure of your intentions. What? Annoying fleas should flee! Master of master cannot abide foolish fools. Let me go and hit him with one of them. There we go. Ha ha ha, please. A dance is old, but the name is new. Put away your daggers, rogue. I have peddled my wares to your kind since the upright thieves stalked the night. Speak, what would you have of this humble merchant? Still tormenting the colt, eh? I'm sorry, that's Perimu. Still tormenting the colts, eh, Grandad? We've come for information on a smuggling job. There was this peddler what was caught at the ffXIV checkpoint, moving merchandise from for the grinning curse. Pleaded innocence even when he had the screws put on him. You wouldn't know aught about that deal, would you? Every last sordid detail, not a single grain of stolen sand passes through the shadows without my knowledge. But such prickly wisdom lodges tightly in one's throat. What have you brought to ease the pain of its passage? Spare me the theatrics, Grandad. Here's your usual purse. The sum is paid to the deal is made. May my answers state your fickle hunger. Your hapless peddler was indeed innocent. He was but a beast of burden employed by associates of the grinning curse, and likely knew not of his freight-stained nature. A pawn, if you will. A convenient decoy. There are those amongst my acquaintances who specialize in providing such services. Aye, that's what I thought. The curse wanted that kill to get caught, and now the jackets have had a taste, they'll waste their time yaffling every shite pie what comes through their checkpoints. Meanwhile, the real treasures are hidden away in the Darkments, along with the grinning curse. Not the Darkments, Master Rogue, the mist. Aside from the traveling merchant, the curse associates have spent coin on another piece of this little game. A navigator, one who is proficient in piloting a vessel through the Doxies pull. The Doxies? The gods only know how many ships have sailed into that fog soup and never come out again. And that's where you say the curse have gone to ground? Now there's a trick. or took some bollocks. Once their hunted tub was sitting dimber in the mist... wait, what the fuck is he... Once their hunted tub was sitting dimber in the mist, though, it would have been easy for these associates of theirs to ferry the junk goods to Lanoche. Then the canny coves just need to wait for the peddler to get bones and draw the glazes of the yellow jackets inland. We need to strike now. As soon as they learn the coast is clear, they'll flee for open waters. A fair appraisal of events. Now that you know the location of your marks, however, it will not be so difficult to track them down. Lux's Pool was once an impenetrable shroud, but ever since the calamity, the mists are far less constant. Narrow your search to the heaviest bank, and you will uncover those who wish to remain unseen. But now a warning. The mist conceals other dangers besides the dogs you seek. A careless step may land you upon the chopping block. A chopping block you can't be... Soon I found myself another lead to look into. You hurry on back to Jack and tell him what we've learned so far. Alright. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Alright, Captain Jack. Captain Jack Sparrow. Hello. Well, time, lass. It was gone so long I almost sent to the stray after you. What happened to Underfoot? So marks and their bitten baubles are snug inside the Doxy's pool, eh? I'll not discount the old man's warnings, but we may not have a better chance to crash the curse and grab them treasures. We board their ship right now. You, me, and Vakep. Or Vakep. I suppose we'll be needing ourselves a tub for the voyage. I'll have wits with Swartzent and see where the dry docks can spare us. By the way, I have a ship and a reliable crew. Get your kit together and meet us there. Alright. This particular questline has a lot of instances in it. Alright, Lynn, put on some favors, and there's a crew that'll get us close enough to scamper aboard the cursed vessel. It'll be cramped up on that deck. If we try to mill the whole lot of them the whole lot at once, we'll soon find ourselves up against the rails. So we go in quick and quiet and try to knock them off a few at a time. Alas, are you here to test your sea legs? Right. Let's get to work. 7 in the captain, those 2 in the back are yours. A stealth mission, they say. Nice stealth. Also, I didn't have trick attack, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Grinning Curve Captain. Hit him with Mug. And increase that damage that he take. Slippery bastard, let's see how quick you are. Let the Growler off his chain, oh boy. Enter the Growler. Man, I wish I had more than 2 skills. Because all I'm doing is this, and then occasionally something else. There we go. Hey there, Captain Jack. There is a song like that, I just do not remember it. Jack, I found me one of the treasures. Unless there's another fist-sized blue diamond on board, it's gotta be cerulean star. As for the mother 2 bubbles, I've tossed the cabins and been through the holds, ilm by ilm, but there's not else here. Well, we'll just have to ask all sweet like, won't we? Spit it out, cur. Where are you keeping the rest of your treasures? Ha! You think I'd spill my guts for the likes of you, rogue? Maybe you wouldn't, at that. But what about this partner you're working with? Oh, we don't need no partner. So you're telling me this is all your own idea? You woke up one day and decided to attack a maelstrom transport right off of the coast of Aleport, then disappear into the loving embrace of the Doxy's pole. Not exactly your style, is it? The Grin and Curse are too bleeding famous for being the crew what turned their snouts up at privateering in favor of keeping to the old ways. You've only escaped the Yellow Jacket's grip this long by crawling on your bellies and snatching scraps what fell from the table. You ain't the type to sink your teeth into a navy-owned vessel, no matter the price. Aye, well, maybe there ain't no profit in being cautious no more. The age of pirates is swift coming to an end. Well, it won't be stopped, not by a piddling little crew like mine. That's why we've thrown our lot in with the executioners. That blue rock was just our share of the loot. The scraps from the table, like you said. If you want them other trinkets, then you'll have to take it up with our new mates. One job at a time, lass. First, we need to get these sinking coves and their tub back to the docks. Putting aside the issue of who gave the orders, there's no doubt that these was the coves, as rated at Maelstrom ship. Now, for a punishment, what fits the crime? I was informed that a certain well-known pirate ship was spotted weighing anchor at the Morby dry docks. I assume that this was your work? Aye, you missed all the excitement, Captain. But never you mind. The cerulean star is back, and Bob in our sneaky little flambles. And these must be the grinning curs. Degenerate fiends, how dare you ply your filthy trade in Laminson waters? How many innocent sailors were massacred that you might sate your vile avarice? Every one of your kind ought to be lined up and shot. Basketball is the only answer for this rampant display of lawlessness. Wait, do you mean to just execute them here on the bloody docks? At least take the buggers into custody first. Handing them over to you for lawful punishment will satisfy the demands of the code just as well. We've already got the answers to our questions, so feel free to take them away. Do not presume to give me orders, rogue. You only managed to capture these villains and their ill-gotten treasure by employing unsavory and unconscionable means. Why, you're not more than pirates yourselves. These bastards ain't worth a true pirate spit. The upright thieves is formed to protect us from ourselves. Now they're just unton dogs for the Admiral. There we go. Merlip yanks the leech, and another buccaneer disappears. Your rogues are traitors to your own kind, if it hadn't been for you. Aye, go on then. Blame me and my coves for your own failures. You know what you was about when you defied the code. You knew that we'd be after you. We're done for. We're done here. Jesus Christ. There's still 2 treasures left, Rogue, and I mean to claim them both. I'd consider this concept of a contest of yours. I'd reconsider this contest of yours, Captain. Turns out this fish we're trying to hook is a shark, and it might just swallow you whole. Right. Gotta go back to the Rogues Guild. And then we can start queuing up as my Arcanist. Arcanist. Forcanist. Did I get like increased movement speed at level 20? Yeah, fleet foot. I didn't even notice it. Wow. Yeah, it's level 26 for Aeolian Edge. Oh, right. Better work on that ship, Lynn. First blood is ours. How'd you take the fight in SA? There are a few as can drop an opponent as quick as a rogue. But mind you don't exhaust yourself, just flaying your blades at the tougher coast. And that goes that goes double for when you've mates on your flanks. If you notice yourself starting to flag, there's not wrong with pulling back from time to time and staggering your attacks with each other to keep the pressure on. I said it before last, but I'll need you sharp enough to carve steel for what's to come. I'm afraid this will be more of a challenge than even what that little shrew was barking. Than even what yeah, whatever. Let's assume the curse wasn't lying about the executioners. And executioners are what I bloody think they are. Twixt you and me, though, I'm hoping the name is just some laughable what did you say? Coincidence. There we go. A coinkydink. Alright. I think I have the best gear on right now. Yep, okay. Let's go and switch back to my Arcanist. And let's go and queue up for another leveling roulette. But then with the Arcanist. And let's go and see, because I think I'm gonna continue doing quests for now until I reach like level 25-ish with both of my my jobs that I'm doing right now. Right. However, what we're actually gonna do is more side quests. I'm gonna finish off Southern Thanalan, hopefully. Depending on how long all of this takes. Holy poop. Those things died really quickly. You're supposed to weaken them, not kill them. There we go, weakened. Yoink. Son of a bitch. There we go. And then another one. Boop. Also, this video is already 25 minutes. I think, my friends, I'm gonna leave it off over here, actually. Well, the video is longer than 25 minutes, because there's a second part, I almost forgot. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of this. I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we're gonna go and continue doing these side quests and also grinding more job levels. Goodbye.